always say, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Welcome to Chippewa Square here in Savannah, Georgia, where they filmed some of Forrest Gump, some of the most famous scenes from Forrest Gump. And the bench sat right in here, right in this area, the statue behind Tom Hanks there. Forrest Gump, one of my most favorite movies of all time, Tampa Jay's favorite movies of all time. Yep. And it is such a pleasure and an honor to be seeing this in person and to be starting this video off right here. Hello everybody, welcome and welcome back. I'm Cris the girl, this is my fiance Tampa Jay. Howdy. And we find ourselves still here in Savannah, Georgia. Although by the time you all see this, we will be back in Florida, but that's okay. There's so much to do and to see here in Savannah, and there's a lot of stuff that I wanted to accomplish in this trip specifically, so I wanted to share this with you all. We're going to a very, very famous cemetery, I should say, here in Savannah, Georgia. It's called Bonaventure Cemetery. I just kind of wanted to vlog the experience. Maybe we'll have some ghostly spirit interactions today. You never know. And yeah, just take you all along with us. So thanks so much for clicking on the video. Let's go get some coffee and then let's go. Gallery Espresso. This is where we're gonna get some coffee. I'm also gonna grab some tea, which is gonna play a big part in what we're doing today. And we just grabbed our coffees. I got an iced coffee. Jay has an iced Thai coffee, which sounds delicious too. I want to point out all of their tea selection in here. Holy moly, there was so many. I just went with a classic English breakfast. They took the little tin back there and they're brewing it now, so it's gonna be a very special tea. And just like that, we have made it to our destination. We actually took an Uber over here because it's a little ways out of the way of the downtown area of Savannah. Bonaventure Cemetery. There's actually quite a few cemeteries in this area. We passed several on the way here. Looks like there's a Forest Lawn Cemetery and a Greenwich Cemetery down that beautiful road that way. But we in particular are going to be checking out Bonaventure. Contrary to popular belief, cemeteries, graveyards, etc., from my understanding, and this makes sense to me also just kind of logically, are actually very, very peaceful places. They're not necessarily always the most haunted, spooky, like there's weird stuff going on and like evil spirits and blah, 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 blah. It's not generally like that. Now, every cemetery, every graveyard, etc. is going to be different, and it's going to be different on different days too, where we could come in here and there could be absolutely no activity, nothing going on whatsoever, and that's totally fine. But I kind of wanted to just talk about that a little bit up front here. You know, usually and you go to a ton of cemeteries, so you can vouch for that. Yeah.
Filming locations in particular, there's a lot of funeral, death and film, so I do that a lot. But I always say, man, I feel so peaceful here. It's because your body's a shell, your spirit is gone. Mm-hmm. So not always. Some places are haunted in cemeteries. For sure. But most of the time, it's peaceful.
One of the things that we're gonna do before we step foot inside and really begin this tour is we're gonna grab our tea over here. And I got this because we're gonna give this as an offering to the spirits that dwell here inside of the cemetery, which is a very nice, good thing to do before you step foot inside. It's to let them know that we're friendly, we mean no harm, and on top of that, here's a nice little gift here for you. What you don't want to do is leave anything that isn't biodegradable, because, we're outside and you don't want animals to get into things and eating stuff that is harmful to them. And obviously we want to be respectful to the environment, to earth, and all of that good stuff too. So that's why I kind of feel like tea is like a great thing, because I'm just going to pour it in front of the gates as my offering. Okay, so here we go. Before we enter inside of the cemetery, I'm going to pour a little bit of this out. Here's an offering or tribute to the spirits I dwell here at Bonaventure. Do one on this side, just a little bit on the side here. We'll also go to the other entrance because, as Tampa Jay just pointed out, these statues up here are Christian, and then the statues over there are actually Jewish. So let's go over there and do the same thing. There's the Star of David on either side of this entrance here, and we'll just do the same thing. Be respectful. Just do it right here. I'm gonna leave a little bit of tea because there's a grave that we're gonna see that I want to give an offering to for that one as well. Okay, now that we have done that, we are inside, and I just want to say out loud too that we come here to Bonaventure Cemetery in peace and with the utmost of respect. All spirits are welcome to make themselves known. However, at the end of this, please stay where you are here inside of this cemetery. Thank you. There's a map on the back side of this, but on the front here, there's a picture of Gracie, which is one of the more famous graves here at the cemetery that we're going to check out. That's what the rest of that T is going to be for, is for Gracie. And then they also do have a list of rules in here too. And then here is the map on the back. And as you can see, it is quite sizable. So check this out, graveside locator. It looks like an ATM. Pretty dang cool. Looks like it's like a touchscreen sort of thing, so you can actually search for a specific grave that you're looking for on here. So Bonaventure Cemetery was established in 1846.
Long time ago.
A long time ago. So it's been around for a while, and one of the reasons why it's so famous and well known is because it is regarded as one of America's most beautiful cemeteries. A lot of the gravestones have these beautiful statues on them. You'll see in a bit. I'll show quite a few here. So I'm really excited about that. And there are some notable people that are buried in here too, some famous authors and such. Here's a really beautiful map of the cemetery as well. Quite sizable, especially when you start breaking it down by each of the individual grave sites and numbers. So Gracie's grave site is in section E, number 98. So that's right here. And we're thinking we are down here, so we're just gonna walk basically straight ahead, and then it'll be off on the right hand side. It should be obvious, I'm assuming. Very beautiful, very peaceful. As I was just saying to Jay, you feel like you can breathe out here. This is the most peace that I've felt in a long time. So we're passing by a number of very beautiful graves. This one here is a family plot. I'm zoomed in on I think the oldest relatives inside of this one, and look how beautiful their resting places are. Just an example here of how old and how gorgeous these grave sites are. Hello, Jackins family. I hope you all are resting in peace. Truly, the best way to come to a cemetery, if you can, of course, is by not rushing things and just kind of strolling through and taking it all in. And if you're a spiritual person like me, you believe in what is beyond the veil, just pay attention to your surroundings and to your thoughts and to your feelings and where you're being guided in that moment. Not everything is an omen. Not everything is a sign. It doesn't always have to be, but maybe a particular grave sticks out to you, or maybe like a squirrel or a bird or something starts calling out to you. That might mean something. If you feel it does, then I would suggest you go with it. This plot in here, the Bassler family, it looks like. These gravestones, they're beautiful.
Yeah, those are
Holy moly.
looks like they were buried around late 1800s, 1882.
Wow. It's pretty amazing. Also, as you can tell, it is rainy. It's quite gloomy and rainy today, which is kind of adding to the atmosphere of it all. So no complaints. Fox. These are beautiful. Yeah, Jay's great-great-grandmother's last name. Literally, a second before we saw this grave, he was just saying how he never sees that name anywhere. And here it is. So there you go. There you go. Nichols family site over here. I wanted to show the backside of what it says on it. But here's the front side of this particular grave. After life's fitful fever, they sleep well. I think that's a very beautiful quote.
I love it.
Well done, Nichols. Thank you for letting me share it. Had to show these beautiful statues here in the McMillan family plot. The one on the right-hand side to Gertrude A. Bliss, wife of Thomas McMillan. Ever thoughtful of home and loved ones, as wife and mother, she was all that one could be. Very beautiful. I see some tributes up on her gravesite there, a rose, some beautiful rocks. Very nice. Very, very, very beautiful. And then this one in the back, this angel here, Joseph Pierce and Beulah Bliss. Hopefully I said that correctly.
Maybe, yeah, Beulah?
Beulah. It's a beautiful name. And I actually just happened to notice, as I was staring directly into the eyes of both of these statues, they are staring directly at me.
Creepy.
Directly at me. And it's not a haunted mansion deal where you they're staring at you no matter where you go. It is literally the way that their heads are positioned. They're staring at this spot
Right here.
where Tampa Jay is standing right now.
Stand right here.
Yeah, I could have stood anywhere around this spot, but I happened to stand right there where they are staring right at me. We're staring right at me. Wow. Well, we come in peace. We come in peace. Blisses and McMillans and Pierces, we come in peace. I just want to point out that the last name here, the name is Wellis.
Yeah.
Hopefully I said that correctly. I needed to say that. Wellis. Eternal rest grant unto them, O Lord. Indeed. Please rest well. I hope you're resting easy. Thank you for letting us share with everybody. Appreciate it. This amazing statue here, this is Julia Denise Backus Smith's resting place. She did pass away on December 22nd, 2003, but we felt compelled to share. The gravestone here says, humble, brave, beautiful, determined. Deep in her faith, Julie served her fellow man regardless of race, walk, or worth. Julie was her family's rock. She's sorely missed, dearly cherished. And you can tell she certainly was, because wow, what a beautiful statue here of her. So rest in peace, Julia. Your family clearly loves you very, very much, but you were always with them. I know that for sure. And apparently she was Savannah's fastest female runner. Marathoner, 21 races, 2 mountain ones, last marathon at age 55. Wow, good on her. Always set her goals high. Julie excelled in each endeavor. Educator, county commissioner, museum trustee, historic Savannah guide, trailblazer, sail enthusiast. Holy moly, Julie sounds like an amazing person. And I believe we are getting closer to where Gracie is buried. Getting closer to Section E. Everywhere you go. Just absolutely, absolutely beautiful. By the way, they do tours here as well. We've seen several golf carts going around here, and that would definitely be fascinating. Would love to do that at some point. I just heard the tour guide say that this is the oldest part of the cemetery back in here. You can kind of tell because these are quite immaculate. Just want to point out the detailing of the wrought iron fencing on some of these grave sites here. Very beautiful. Obviously been here for quite some time. The moss is kind of taken over on a lot of it. It's very amazing. We are in section E, by the way, so we're just looking around, see if we can find Gracie. Lots and lots and lots of beautiful, tall, old trees.
Hundreds of years.
In here as well. As old as the cemetery, you'd say, right?
Yeah. That live oak there
probably
is
older.
probably 200 or 300 years old.
Yeah, pretty darn amazing. The tree, again, if you're a spiritual person like I am, this is what I believe. The trees in cemeteries, the plants, they're all guardians of the cemetery. They watch over this land, and you can tell. I don't know. I can feel it. They watch over everything. Richard Brooker here has a beautiful place to rest, surrounded by all of these trees. It's quite a spot. Very, very beautiful. And check it out, the old Bonaventure Waterworks and Garden. 2 Rumsey triplex pumps were installed by the Evergreen Cemetery, which is originally what the name of this was called. In 1905, following an explosion of one of these pumps, oh boy, the city of Savannah placed a Stirling deep well turbine pump on the site in 1934. This operated until the cemetery was connected to the Savannah water system. The area was cleared in 1998 and is maintained by the Bonaventure Historical Society. Very cool. Oh wow, yeah.
Nice
Look at that.
They just left all the piping out here. There's a cutoff valve, giant cutoff valve. That probably weighs over 100 pounds.
It's amazing. Very cool. Yeah, they got little stairs down here. You can go check it out. Hello, everybody. It is Cris from the future here, pausing it. I was really trying to avoid this moment, but it happened. We're here. We're doing it anyway, and life rolls on. So I was editing this video, and a few weird things happened as I was editing. First of all, a few of my files, a few of my shots were black screened, which if you are familiar with cameras and such, sometimes when you put the footage on your laptop or whatever your editing tool is, sometimes it comes up as the black screen of death. And that's always really, really annoying. And there's ways to work around it so you can still use the footage, but it's just one of those weird things that happens from time to time. Certainly happens to me from time to time. Certainly not every single video, and certainly not multiple clips in the same video, which is what happened with this one. I had 2 clips at the beginning of the video, 2 random separate clips that had a black screen in it. So that was weird. I've never had that happen to me before. Fortunately, I was able to work around it and fix it, but it was strange. Anyway, went through editing the rest of the video, no problems, and downloaded it to my laptop and sent it to my phone. And because I've had a couple of issues in the past of uploading videos onto YouTube, and then there's something wrong with them, I always double check before I upload my video to YouTube to make sure that all of the footage is there. There's no black screens. It all looks good, and it downloaded properly, because mistakes do happen. And lo and behold, a huge black segment in the middle of my video, specifically when I am talking about Gracie Watson, little Gracie Watson, who we're about to finally see her her resting place here. Absolutely nothing was wrong in the footage on my laptop. In fact, I'm going to show you here in a sec. It looks just fine. There's no black screens. There's no issue with this shot. But for some reason, the entire thing is black now that it's up on my phone here. So let me show you on the laptop. All right, here is the laptop, and this is the shot in question here, this one right in here. A very long shot where I essentially I thank Gracie for letting us come see her, and you know, she was just an adorable child, and people love to leave things at her grave and all of this stuff. And the whole thing is black. It's all blacked out. But as you can see here on the laptop, it looks just fine. There's no disconcerting issues with this shot here whatsoever. And then on my phone, so this is what I downloaded. So here I'm talking about Gracie, bless you Bella, and then black. Right after this shot here, after I read her plaque there, it's all black. And then it goes to me offering up my tea to her. So I don't know what happened. I can't explain this, because everything was just fine. So I think Gracie would like to let her presence be known. And I do appreciate it, although I thought I was done with my video, but apparently I am not, and I needed to say a little bit more, so here we are. Thank you, Gracie. I appreciate it. Thank you for, again, letting your presence be known here. So yeah, I've never had this happen to me before. Usually whenever I do have an issue with whatever's downloaded to my phone, I go back to the original laptop or whatever, and it's pretty obvious like what the issue is. But to me, there doesn't seem to be an issue with any of the footage. So can't explain this one except for the fact that Gracie wanted to be here. So thank you, Gracie. From this point on, I will, I'll show you all the stuff that I shot, me reading off the plaque there, and then I'm just gonna leave the black screen in because why not? And then yeah, enjoy the rest of the video here. I just might as well say, since we're interrupting it anyway. First of all, I am obviously exhausted in this video. Clearly, like I look so dang tired, and it just irritates me. So I don't know. I'm sorry about that. And then also, it's obviously raining. It's raining, or it's sprinkling. There, it's misting, so you hear a lot of dunk, 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 dunks on the rain is hitting the microphone, and that's also like really irritating me, and I'm very sorry about that. But that's the rain. So anyway, okay, I think that is it. I appreciate you all watching. Thank you for making it this far. I appreciate you, Gracie. Thank you for being such a big part of this video. And I hope you enjoy the rest of it. And okay, here we go. Let's go to Gracie's grave. We have made it to Gracie's grave. Little Gracie Watson. All fenced off. And there she is. Hi, Gracie.
Hey, Gracie.
It's good to see you. We traveled all the way from Florida to come see you. You have a beautiful site here, beautiful place to rest. They have a nice little sign here explaining little Gracie's story. So she was born in 1983, the only child of her parents. Her father was manager of the Pulaski House, one of Savannah's leading hotels, where the beautiful and charming little girl was a favorite with the guests. 2 days before Easter in April 1889, Gracie died of pneumonia at the age of 6. In 1890, when the rising sculptor John Waltz moved to Savannah, he carved from a photograph this life-size, delicately detailed marble statue, which for almost a century has captured the interest of all passerbys. Okay, here we go. The rest of my tea. So this is for you, Gracie. Thank you for letting us visit and for letting me show your resting place here. I hope you are resting well. We all remember you. We all like to come visit you, which I think is a testament to your short but clearly very, very meaningful life. So I present this tea here for you as my offering to say thank you, and I hope that you are resting well. So just kind of pour that out right in there for her. Like I said, kind of near the beginning of this, it's always nice if you're going to a cemetery to bring something that you can give as an offering or as a tribute. As we've been walking all along here, people have left like little rocks, coins. Gracie here has like little peppermints, little candies, and I see a little pink rubber duck in there too. I see some seashells and things like that. So if you're coming to visit, you may want to like grab like maybe some nice rocks or just something that you can leave at various graves. Just an idea there for you. I'm not going to show the entire thing because this is a family plot of the Mercers, and some have passed away relatively recently, and I just want to be respectful. There's also a sign that says please do not enter the area, because yeah, it's a family plot. But this is where Johnny Mercer is laid to rest here along with the rest of his family. It's a very, very beautiful gravesite here, and you can see also beyond the white cross there this gorgeous archway, and then another gravesite right through it. Holy moly, very picturesque around here. Hope you're sleeping well, Mercers. Here we go. A little sign here for you. Donate, join, and learn. You can check out the QR code here if you want to. Lawson family site here. Quite impressive. Gateway to heaven. And then this one over here. Corinne Elliott Lawton. Allured to brighter worlds and led the way. That is beautiful. Possibly one of the most beautiful graves I've ever seen. Yeah, that is hauntingly beautiful, I think is the only word to describe that. Thank you for letting me show, Corinne. I appreciate it. Just beyond the Lawtons here is actually a huge lake, I think. I think this might be the St. Augustine river or lake or whatever it was. We'll get up closer. Maybe there's a sign. It's very, very foggy out right now, so you can barely see it. Okay, beautiful, beautiful view. Wow, the fog
I like it this way.
really adds to it. Honestly, it totally does. Yeah, it's very, very steep down here, but evidently there are, watching my footing here, don't want to go down there myself, but there, oh my gosh, yeah, there's headstones down here. What? That one has writing on it.
All along the
John Kiefer, I think it says.
Ooh.
Passed away 1936. That one right in there. But yeah, there's a few. Very clearly parts of headstones. Yeah, I'd be interested to know why these are all down here. What happened? Beautiful gates here for the Farr family. 1850. Yeah, these some of these grave sites here are very, very old. Also, we are making our descent out of the cemetery. Spent quite a lot of time here. It was just beautiful. Just exactly, I think, what the doctor ordered. Great way to spend 2 years together. Happy anniversary. A little suggestion here too, if you're out and about on a cemetery walk, or really any walk, maybe bring along like a little trash bag or plastic bag or something, and maybe some pickers so you don't have to touch the garbage. But any garbage, litter, stuff like that that you can grab and throw away is one of the best things you can possibly do. Saw this in one of the sites that we were looking at for a little while there, and went ahead and grabbed this out of there. Keep it nice and clean. And as much as I could truly stay here for hours and hours and hours and hours, it's actually closing in maybe about 45 minutes or so, and it's time for us to get some food and move on with our day here. But man, that was super, super enjoyable. Okay, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope that you all enjoyed our experience here at the Bonaventure Cemetery, and I really hope that this inspires you to maybe go on your own cemetery walk. Check out, go meet the locals, as they say. Go to your local cemeteries and graveyards.
A cemetery is one place I can always go and clear my head. And not just see, you know, it's peaceful, but you think about all these lives, and it really brings your world to perspective.
And it makes you think about your own life and, you know, life and death and all of those things that we probably should think about a little bit more often.
Yes.
You know, one of the reasons that cemeteries and graveyards are so magical and just on a different level is because it's a liminal space. It's a space with, it's like it's the in-between, basically, because as much as it's all very spiritual and, you know, all of these people have passed on, their remains are still here in the earth as well. So it's a very interesting in-between space, if all of that makes sense.
Perfect,
so
yeah.
Yeah, this was really, really enjoyable. I hope that you all had a good time too and feel maybe a little bit more at peace as well. Hopefully you enjoyed our prior Savannah adventures too. And yeah, again, I appreciate you all watching. Oh, one final thing that we're going to do here too is we leave the cemetery, go on our Uber, go get some food, and move on with our lives. Is we're just going to say thank you to the spirits for having us. Thank you for letting us walk around and show some of the graves and some of the stories and all of that good stuff. We really appreciate it. Thank you for letting us walk around in peace. And please stay here.
Don't follow us home.
Don't follow us home. Just stay here within these cemetery walls. And yeah, thank you again for having us. And thank you all for watching. I really, really, really appreciate it. Okay, I think that's going to be it. All right, thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you later. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
We just made it back to our hotel, and something I wanted to share. So we were sitting on the bench there after I finished the outro, and I was just thinking to myself, like, gosh, I hope I said everything that I wanted to. I hope that this video turns out the way that I envisioned it in my brain. I hope I said this correctly. I hope I, you know, didn't miss anything, etc., etc. And then the thought occurred to me, and this is something that I've been working with for a while. Oh, the street lamps just came on. This is something that I've been working with for a while now, is, you know, what's meant to be is what's meant to be. And whatever I shared in this video is what was meant to be shared, and everything else is superfluous. It wasn't needed. And that's how I personally believe and feel about a lot of things, is if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Whatever happens is what's supposed to happen, and if it doesn't turn out the way that you want it to, there's probably a reason for that, and all of that good stuff. And it gives me a lot of peace of mind personally in knowing that. And speaking of that, My daily oracle draw today. Peace. This is what I pulled out for today's reading, and boy oh boy was this very, very accurate, because not only was the cemetery just incredibly peaceful and really just filled my heart and soul with so much like tranquility and calm, but just again that thought of like what's meant to be is what's meant to be, and there's a lot of peace in that, at least as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, I just wanted to share that at the end of the video here. So I appreciate you all watching. Thank you for sticking with us, especially all the way to the end here. I hope that you enjoyed the Savannah videos. I know this one's coming out a little bit later, but it's something that I really, really wanted to share with you all. So I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you really soon. Bye-bye, everybody.